Hey everyone, it's Casey here of MBS Pro. Quick video on how to set up your MyMedicare integration. This is the V2 video, so the most up-to-date video. We've identified one little error where where it may not have been working, the MyMedicare check, and we found it as a tick box within PRODA. So to set up your MyMedicare check, which essentially will check all your patients in the waiting room to see if they registered to your clinic for MyMedicare, you need to go into settings, you need to go into PRODA, and you need to input information into organization ID, organization site ID, and then a B2B device. Essentially what that means is that we're linking MBS Pro directly to your clinic. Obviously you don't want to check if someone's registered to MyMedicare with us, MBS Pro. It's got to be registered to your clinic, correct? So we need to connect this to your clinic's PRODA. So there is a way to do that. One, you need to have access to your clinic's PRODA. That might be either you are the practice owner or head receptionist or practice manager or something like that, or you might need to talk to someone who has that access. You then need to log on to PRODA, and there's two areas in PRODA that we need to check this. So first of all, make sure that you've got the clinic's account. You'll need to log on. I'm a practice owner, so I can log on to my own account, so that makes it easier. I've logged onto my own account and I've gone into organizations up the top right. You can see that this is my account, going medical practice, Condamine Medical Center, whatever, same thing. You then go to B2B devices, and this is where you can register a new device. You'll need to do this for each user in your clinic, which I know is a bit of a pain. But essentially it just allows multiple people to connect into your clinic's PRODA via this B2B device. So when you go register new, you can put in here test MyMedicare and register device, and it will give you these activation codes. This is what you need to put into this device management, those three things here, and then click activate, and it should come up as connected, device active, key active, along with your site ID. So, and your site ID you get by accessing PRODA, Health Professionals Online Services, your clinic that you're working at, and then organization or register. The register will have the organization ID at the top here, and then the site ID here as well. You'll need to input both of those into these areas here. Now, the area that we found out where there may have been an error is within PRODA. To make sure that this works as well, you need to have HPMS, Health Professional Management Services, active. If this is inactive, it'll come up as an error when you check for MyMedicare, so make sure that is active. Now, the way that you activate it is you just literally go add service provider, and then you click next to HPMS, and then go activate, and it'll make it active. You may not be able to see all of these things depending on the authority and permissions that you have with your clinic's PRODA. If you are the clinic owner or the person who has set up the PRODA, you should have access to pretty much everything. If you have been delegated access because you're the practice manager, head receptionist, head nurse, you may not have access to all of these things, as in you may not be able to see all of these drop-down boxes here. You may not be able to see all of these things within the service provider drop-down box. You may not even see add service provider. So you've just got to make sure that Health Professional Management Services, HPMS, is active. If you can't see it, it's likely because you haven't been delegated. To do that, you'll need to go to members. You'll need to go add a member, and then you'll be able to delegate access to that based on the members of your clinic. And then you should be able to access this HPMS and add a service provider. When you delegate a member, you can add different levels of permissions or authorities to different people. So just make sure that they can access the HPMS. Hopefully that makes sense. So just to recap, you need to go into MBS Pro, into settings, into PRODA. We need your organization ID, your site ID, plus a B2B device. You can get your organization ID and site ID from PRODA, Health Professional Online Services, your clinic, organization register, and those two numbers will be there. You then also need to set up the B2B device, which is PRODA, organizations in top right hand corner, and service provider to ensure that HPMS is active, and then B2B devices to register a new device. Hopefully that has made sense. If there are any issues, please reach out and we'll fix them up for you. But it is a very, very useful tool that helps a lot with checking MyMedicare and can automate it. We're working on a improved functionality within our clinic portal to do this, as well as registering new patients up to MyMedicare via our document sorter. We'll release more information and videos on that as well. Thanks very much. Bye.